Hey guys, what's up? So today we're just going to be going through and catching up to where we are with Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer. And some of this deep information is coming from not just one, but multiple sources who, as far as I know, don't have any contact with each other, but were pretty much telling me the same thing. And then we're going to go over some telltale hints within Modern Warfare 2 Remastered that multiplayer is coming. But first, before I get started, please be sure to like and subscribe. Over 80% of the people watching are not subscribed, so I'd really appreciate it if we can make a change to that. So anyways, let's get right into it. What's going on? This pretty much coincides with what I've been saying. It doesn't really make sense to give the excuse of not wanting to split up the community because they got so many different projects coming out, and it's obvious they don't care about splitting the community if it means growing the community and making more money. You've got Modern Warfare, Warzone, Blackout, Black Ops 4, Call of Duty Mobile, and Sledgehammer's coming out with an online Call of Duty next year, and then you have Black Ops coming out later this year, so it's pretty clear that saying they don't want to split up the community is just a lame excuse. Here's what's really going down. Ever since the height of Call of Duty, which was Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3, they've been struggling and failing hard at reaching those same game sales again. Modern Warfare 2019 is the closest they've been in around 8 or 7 years at reaching those peak sales again. And Activision wants to prove to investors that Modern Warfare 2019 has brought the COD community back to its peak. If they can get Modern Warfare 2019 to sell 30 million units and be up there with Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, and be among the top of the best-selling Call of Duties of all time, they will be able to prove that to investors. But the game isn't quite there yet. It hasn't sold 30 million units just yet. It's close. And they know millions of people want to play Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer, but they're trying to find a way to use Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer to sell more copies of Modern Warfare 2019. And that's one of two ways: just releasing the maps through Modern Warfare 2019 and calling that good, or releasing Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer, which has been finished for a while now, but releasing it in a way where you can only access it through Modern Warfare 2019 to try and force people to buy Modern Warfare 2019 in order to play Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer. It's kind of what they did with Modern Warfare Remastered back in 2016, where you had to have the disc of Infinite Warfare in your PlayStation in order to play Modern Warfare Remastered. They did this to help overall sales of a game that they knew was going to bomb because the community was so done with boost jumps at the time. And after a few months and them realizing it's not really going to be helping Infinite Warfare any more than it already had, they released it as a standalone. And if you already had Modern Warfare Remastered, you no longer had to put the disc in of Infinite Warfare to play it. So that's what they are trying to do here. But apparently they're running into some troubles getting Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer to run through Modern Warfare 2019 properly. So there's a chance for now they might just end up releasing some maps until they decide to release the game as a standalone. Now, if you're wondering when we are going to be getting Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer through Modern Warfare 2019, most likely at the end of the month when it's available for PC and Xbox. Now, we all know that campaign, multiplayer, and possibly Spec Ops are in the download for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered currently, but obviously we only have access to campaign. And for those of you who don't exactly know yet how it was figured out, basically they looked at the file size, and we can compare this to Modern Warfare Remastered from 2016, which came with a campaign and multiplayer at 40 gigs. And Modern Warfare 2 Remastered's file is around 45 gigs, and I think if you look at the specs for it on PC, the gigs are much higher, so we know for sure that's way more than just a campaign. But anyways, it's up for pre-download for Xbox One, but you cannot pre-download it on PC for obvious reasons because data miners would be able to find Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer in the files, and all hell would break loose. But there are some clues hidden in Modern Warfare 2 Remastered that more stuff is to come for the game. When you beat the campaign and you get into the museum, you can see this area is under construction. It says, "Notice, this area is currently under renovation. We apologize for any inconvenience we may have caused you." So obviously something is coming, either Spec Ops or multiplayer, but there's another locked off area, so we could possibly be getting a hint for both. If you look at this area, you can look at the paintings. They all look like they're from the campaign, but they could also all be from Spec Ops missions. But obviously these two areas we can't get into are teasing something that's coming our way. And if you look at the paintings, they all have the same plaque next to them talking about, from an anonymous artist from 2016, and they added them in 2018, letting fans know how long the game has been done and how long it was worked on. But if you look at this painting right here, it's a painting of an area that we have yet to see. And if you look at the plaques next to the paintings, you can't read them, but you can obviously see that there's a lot more written on those plaques. And these paintings, they don't match any other paintings in the building, so this is obviously not one of the hallways we already have access to. But what I did notice was one of the paintings in the back, it's a waterfall. It looked familiar to me. It reminded me of an area in Modern Warfare 3. That could just be me, but if you guys recognize any of those things from Modern Warfare 3 or any other games, please let me know down in the comments. And if you look at the hallway, it's actually down the left turn of another hallway. You can tell this by the corner right here. So it's either down that left hallway or that left hallway. Either way, we have 2 sections on either side of the campaign portion of the museum that are not yet open to us. One of them with a sign letting us know that something is on its way. I thought this was really cool, so be sure to tell me down in the comments what you think of all this. Keep the conversation going. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.